Retro is back, but not just for the looks. In a world obsessed with megapixels and full-frame sensors, the OM3 steps in with a message. Small can still be smart. And if you're thinking this is just another nostalgia trip, there are a lot of magical tricks in the form of computational photography that will leave your APS-C and full-frame sensor gathering dust.
G'day folks, I'm John, and today I got my hands on the OM Systems OM3, which is just an absolute joy to hold, and I love the feel how it's built. Full magnesium body, it's got nice weight to it, but not too heavy. Feels really nice in the hand, and it's just so nice. All the dials are just so clicky, and just it's reminiscent of the OM1N, which is my film camera, and that's just a joy to use as well. I enjoy shooting film on this camera very much, and now that I bought this OM3 with my own money, this wasn't given to me for review or anything. I bought it just like yourselves. It is quite pricey, unfortunately, but for what you're getting, it's a really lovely camera with so many different computational photography features, and there's a whole range of micro four thirds lenses in the setup. My favourite is this 14mm Lumix f2.5 because it's a 28mm full frame equivalent, and it's just, look at the size, it's just pancake size on this camera, and it has pretty decent optical quality. It's a micro four thirds camera with the soul of an OM1N, the look of a classic and the brains of a modern flagship. And in 2025, it's going head to head with the likes of the Fujifilm X100 VI, the Nikon ZF, and even the Fujifilm's brand new GFX 100 RF, maybe or not. This wave of throwback cameras isn't just a design trend. It's a rebellion against bloated, oversized gear. People want something tactile, beautiful, and compact, without giving up the pro-level features. This is an OM1 Mark II in retro cosplay. The OM3 packs the new TruePix Xi processor and a sharper, redesigned EVF, and the best-in-class IBIS of up to 7.5 stops with certain lenses. That's practically gimbal territory. Now here's where the OM3 flips the script. Unlike its full-frame rivals, this thing is built from the ground up to be fast, light, and functional in the real world. Packed with features like graduated ND filters to reduce the highlights in the bright skies without darkening the shadows. Live ND filters of up to 6 stops without additional gear to carry or forget. So you can shoot smooth waterfalls, waves, motion blur, etc. If you want more, you also get HDR mode and multiple exposures in camera. 20 frames per second burst mode in RAW, check. High resolution mode, check. Built-in ND filters, yes. And it's got those clicky retro dials that are so satisfying with fully customizable controls underneath. What about hybrid shooters? You've got 4K 60 frames per second with zero crop in optical stabilization mode. This isn't your dad's OM1 film camera. It's a lot smarter, faster, and lighter.
There's a dedicated dial for photo, video, and SNQ. There's a single SD card slot which is UHS-2 compatible on one side of the camera, the right side. And then on the left side, you've got a USB-C charging transfer port, a micro HDMI port, and then you've got a 3.5mm mic jack and an earphone jack.
Make the OM3 your own with 5 customizable C1 to C5 dials for photo, video, and SNQ modes. So you can go from shooting landscapes to high burst bird photography to video and slow motion on the fly. There's also a handy switch for 2 more modes. Look, I love full frame as much as the next guy, but when I want to travel light, hike, or just enjoy photography without lugging a 3 kilogram setup, Micro Four Thirds wins. If you love the idea of the X100 VI but want interchangeable lenses, if the Nikon or Nikon ZF feels just a bit too bulky, if you want a travel camera that doesn't compromise, you're looking at it right there. This is for the photographer who shoots, not just collects. It is for the creator who wants speed, flexibility, and reliability wrapped in a drop-dead gorgeous body. Look at the retro styling. Isn't it reminiscent of the old OM1N film camera? The OM Systems OM3 doesn't just ride the retro wave. It carves its own path. It's small, smart, seriously powerful, and in times where cameras are getting bigger and bolder and more bloated, this is a reminder that photography should feel fun again. Did I mention the creative dials that lets you set up to 8 different built-in film simulations, 4 in color mode and 4 in black and white mode, and these are all fully customizable.
You can customize one of these 4 profiles by the front and rear top dials to add or subtract varying degrees of color to create the look you want. You can dial in more green or more yellow or more red or blue, or you could dial it back depending on the look that you're looking for. And you can also play around with the curves, so you can adjust the shadows and the highlights to your taste in various directions. Unfortunately, you can't adjust the mid-tones, but you can also adjust the shading effect, which is like a fade, to add more, or adjust the sharpness to your taste, and also the contrast. You can also program more settings for black and white mode, because Mono has 4 different profiles as well that you can choose from. But instead of adjusting the colors, in this case, it's like putting on filters. So you could put a digital filter whether you want blue, cyan, green, yellow, or combination. You can also adjust the highlights and the shadows and sharpness, contrast. And you can also add film grain to your taste, and the monochromatic colors can be adjusted. The OM3 has a dedicated plastic on-off switch, which could be better if metal. It does have the advantage of the large BLX1 battery, similar to the OM1 Mark II.
Let me know in the comments, does the OM3 tempt you away from full frame? Or are you team Fujifilm X100 VI all the way? And if you'd like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more real world camera reviews, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.